Okay, so I got a new unboxing for you, but this video is going to be a bit long because I do want to show everything that's going to come in this package. Excuse me if I look like I just woke up out of bed. It's because I did. The time is 11:27 in the morning. Here's our package. It came all the way from Japan. And I can't read a damn thing. This is something that I thought was very cool. And it's something that a lot of previous releases failed at. And I will get to what I'm talking about. Oh, I like how they have that. They got this thing heavily protected. I like that. So what I got, it's called the datafrog. Now, as you can see by the picture right there, it looks like a PS4, but it's not. If anything, this is a bootleg of a knockoff that's supposed to be a PS4, but it has a lot of classic games. If anything, it has over 600 built pre-in games. So we're going to take a look at the whole thing, and then when I hook it up, we're going to take a look at each individual game. I don't know if I can get it open. How do I get it open? Oh, okay. There we go. So I got some stuff that I'm working on, so my desk is a little cluttered. Here is the booklet. It's a little small booklet right there. So we're going to pull out the console itself here. Now it looks like this came from a main source of the company. Everything here is a good package detailing. Ooh, I like that good bubble wrap. So here is the console right there. There is where you have this little device that can connect to a controller. Got the power button. I like the color scheme, black and red. Right there. On the back, your HDMI port. You can put a card thing in there to play other games. Your power select and your output cables as well. Now, if you look, it says Joy 1, which stands for joystick controller. So I really like that. Now, reason why this is a knockoff, again, it's by a non-licensed company, and we are going to go through all the games, but what makes this one, better is that if you go back several years ago, the ones that are licensed, they failed. If you look at the re-release of the Nintendo Classic, it had 30 games, but out of those 30 games, there were games that people didn't care for during the Nintendo era. Now, I remember Nintendo quite a bit. Used to own one. I can name 30 classic Nintendo games that are better than the ones that they did put on that Nintendo Classic. Then you had the Sega Classic re-release that had... No, wait, the Nintendo had 60 classic games. And they were just games that, again, those that grew up on Nintendo, didn't care for that re-release. And over 60 classic games, they couldn't get it right. Come on now, really? And there were games that no one cared for, that no one heard about during growing up on Nintendo. But then you had the Sega re-release that had 30 on it, and that flopped. really bad because, again, you know, they put games on there that people just did not care for when the Sega was out. And again, I can name 30 classic Sega games that people would enjoy. Then from there you had the PS1 the PS1 Mini Classic that had 20 games, and it just sucked. And you mean to tell me out of 20 PS1 games you could not get that right? And then this came out. Again, it's a bootleg. It's unlicensed. It's unofficial, but it has, you know, 600 preloaded games from different consoles, from some of the classic consoles during those, and some good actual games. And this actually done better. So I just wanted to fill that in. Now, let's take a look at the controller. Now the controller, you know, it looks like has that what does that look on? The PS1 mixture with better the PS2 controller look. Of course, it feels a bit light because it is cheaply made. However, I'm glad I got a lot of batteries for what it takes. It takes AAA. However, it feels good. You know, it feels really nice, actually. Got where it says datafrog right there. Buttons are a bit rearranged. See that? That feels really good. Okay. So mine came with 2 controllers, but it did not come with another thing to power the other controller, which I think those can be bought. I'm not too quite certain. So 2 controllers. That ain't bad. I like that. Going in on that, we have our one of our power adapters right here. It came with this, I don't really know what this is. Looks like some kind of small tool thing or something. What is this right here? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Oops. Some kind of weird thing. I gotta be honest, I couldn't tell you what this is. Looks like some kind of a stand, I guess. You could put... honestly, I really don't know. Then we had the HDMI cable. So, I'm going to hook this up. Hopefully I don't need those damn output cables, because I don't have any. And if I have to get some, then, you know, I'll buy some. So, I'm gonna go. Okay, so it's plugged up, it's synchronized, and there's no... Okay, so it's plugged up, it's synchronized, and there's no sound. Okay, so here we have, I do believe, you know, GPA game, which I think is, stands for Game Boy. So we have Super Mario 1. We have whatever this is, I don't know. Kingdom or King of Fighters. Some kind of fighting game. And again, most of this is not really going to be in heavy English, so that is to be expected. Destiny Warriors, Crash Bandicoot 2, Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby, another Pokemon one, Super Sonic Warriors, which is really a Dragon Ball game. And a lot of these go by off the Japan titles, how they would label it. We have Real Hero Fighter, Sword of Maine, Karubi, Law something, some kind of robot game, soccer, Barbie dancing, kind of Mario game, Donkey Kong, Driver 3. I don't know if this is the Driver 3 game, because Driver 3 was a good one, if you ask me. Ninja, Zookeeper, and plus when I tried to look up this console on YouTube, none of it and all the videos seen was in English, so as we know, this is a foreign console, and I will be actually doing the first English video on this, Shining Soul, and I want to go through all the games so people can see. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Finding Dory, some of these again just ain't as in English, but you guys can see the titles right there. I'm just going through them. Street Ball, Dragon Nest, Dragon Ball Evolution, and again, this one right here, if anything, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not a fan of turtles. I know one of the main questions are probably going to be, can I do any game capturing on this? I don't believe so. I think the only way to do it is like just put a camera in front of the TV, to be quite honest with you. There's Astro Boy. I wonder if that's the one I kind of remember, because I have the PS1 game of this, but I don't think it's the Revenge one though. So there's for the Nintendo games. Now we have the Mean games. I'm not too certain what that even means. It's not Nintendo. I'm not quite too certain. Okay, we have Cadillacs. We got Three Warriors, Punisher. Knights Around. Okay, so a lot of good classic fighting games. Street Fighter 2. A lot of different Street Fighters. I don't think I ever played a Street Fighter game before, to be quite honest. This is really cool. You know, anybody that's in their late 20s going into their early 30s, you know, like me, or for anybody that's in their, you know, early 30s to mid 30s, going into their even late 30s to early 40s, that went through a lot of these good classic games that came out years ago with the systems. And you know, this is the console for you, or if you have a child and you want to save some money on buying, physical games, which I still support physical stuff. I'm always going to be that way. I'm always going to take something like that to heart. Ooh, Batman. Take something like that to heart. I do also recommend this as well. The price on this, which, that I paid that from eBay, $71, free shipping. It will take a good while to get here because it is coming from Japan. So please keep that in mind. Now they have one that holds 800 games, but I don't see much people talking about that or going through any of the games as much. Oh, yo, I used to remember this game. I had it on Nintendo and we used to play the hell out of it. Yo, I'm glad they got this game. Like, this was my first game I actually played as a child. I missed that one. Pinball. This is just... wow. Really, really great. And the best thing about this, it does have an automatic save, so wherever you left off at and you go back onto the game, you don't have to start over. You can pick up right where you was, which is great. So those one. So here we have the Nintendo games right here. There's a lot of Mario. I know a lot of people like Mario. I like some Mario, not too much. If anything, I like more of the Mario from the Nintendo 64 era myself, personally. So I grew up on that one more than I did the Nintendo ones. Ninja Turtles. I'm glad I never got into Turtles, though, to be honest with you. I just wasn't a fan. Okay. But I may give them a try. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, Duck Dodgers. Darkwing Duck. I'm going to give a good majority of these games a go. The ones that do catch, my eye the most, are the ones that I gravitated towards, or will gravitate towards. Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Get down with that. I like Dragon Ball. Godzilla 2. More of them space shooting games. I like a lot of those space shooting ones. Donkey Kong. I can play some Donkey Kong. Pinball Pro. I don't think I never played a pinball game before, so it's gonna be my first. More Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Punisher. Okay. Ninja Run. Jackie Chan. Oh, this is just great. They got Ghostbusters on here. Pole. Wow. Rocket Man, which is pretty much Mega Man, but again, you know, over across these, they're going to have different names for different titles. So, please keep that in mind. They're going to, like here in America, you know, Mega Man is the American version of saying Rocket Man over in Japan. Porky Pig. Okay. More Batman, Chinese version. I'm going to look forward to that. Right there. They got Super Mario. I like that. I like a lot of the dirt bike stuff right there. Playing those type of games when I was younger. What we got going on? So that's that for the Nintendo games. And we got Sega. Okay, I've been looking forward to the Sega selection. We got Yu Yu Hakusho. Samurai Shodown. Ooh. Okay. Not too certain what that is, but I'm looking forward to it. Golden Axe. I can pass on the Golden Axe. Sonic. Sonic. I love some of Sonic, boy. Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Superman 2. I've never played a Superman game before. Superman 1, so that's going to be interesting. Double Dragon 1. Never heard of it. Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 3. Double Dragon 5. Totally skipped 4, but hey, you know. 3D Street Racer. Okay. Not too certain what this one is, but I'll play that. Alien Soldier. Ooh. Alien, no. Yeah, Asian Dresson, whatever. Art Alive. Okay. Art of Fighting. Batman. Batman and Robin. Ooh, I wonder if that's one I have. I hope so. Double Dragon. Something. Not too familiar with most of those. Gunstar Hero. Never heard of it. Bruce Lee. Okay. Captain America. And the Avengers. Okay. Okay, this has got some heavy hitters. And for all my sports fans, by the way, that, waste $70 on playing the NBA and football games that come out every year, just to give a brief lesson, and I am going to shit on it, you know these are the same damn things that you're buying every year. It's the same thing, man. Nothing new. Nothing new. See? Nothing new. It's the same game over and over. Only thing different is the graphics and a bit of the music and switching, new players. But you're buying the same shit. Just saying. I'm glad I didn't grow up on sports. Doom. I wonder if this is the original Doom. I hope so. Shining Force. I don't know what that is. Another racing game. I love a lot of racing games. Dragon Ball Z. I'm curious. I forget the name of this person, but the game kind of creepy. A lot of fighting games. Fat Man. It's okay. A lot of good fighting games I see. Air Force games. Jurassic Park. Oh my god, I love Jurassic Park. I still have it too, packed away. Moonwalker on here. I own this. I own it, but I never played it, and I'm gonna be looking forward to it. Oh my god. Yes. Yo, there's some heavy hitters. Oh my god. I want Sony and Nintendo to take notes on all them shitty ass consoles that were actually licensed and flopped. This is how you put together a console with preloaded games on it. Okay, let me hold this still. Okay, so what you guys just seen was a look at of all 600 preloaded games and the datafrog. Also, a demonstration on how the gameplay, the mechanics. You gotta remember, these are older games, so the graphics are gonna look like they look. And also the sound and how it feels. Now, for those that will have questions, why was the handwriting in the text in Chinese? Okay, the frog data, which is this right here, this is the box mine came in. I'm glad it came in this box. The frog data, okay, it's a foreign console. Please keep in mind, it's a foreign console. It's an unlicensed console. So it's a bootleg, but to the point where these people cannot be sued. So they got license to do what they can do and to make this. So, because it's a foreign console, a lot of people here in America don't know about it. And if you try to look up videos on YouTube about the datafrog, a lot of those videos are not going to be in English. So, that's why it's in that language. Now, the text, when you go to the main menu screen to select a game, yeah, that's going to be in English. But the games are not. Those are the converted versions of those games that came out in, Japan during those years. Keep in mind that these are some older games for those systems, as you guys seen on the top when I was scrolling, with what systems each go to at that time. And a lot of those games that you see, were heavy hitters, were actually good classics. So, again, I feel like, and also wanted to be the first U.S. American here in the, U.S. of this country to actually do, an English video and talk about the datafrog. I recommend this console. I do. I recommend it. I have really nothing bad to say about it at all. And to go into it, again, keep in mind, if you purchase this, you can't change the language. I'm sorry. It's going to be how it shows up because this is a foreign console. It's an unlicensed console. Again. However, and this is a good however, for the price of this, for US dollars, I got on eBay for $71. Now, that's not bad. That is a better price than the consoles that were licensed that did have preloaded games in them that flopped. You had the Nintendo Classic that had, 30 games on there, I do believe, right? 30? I think somewhere between 30 or 60. I could be wrong, but that's the number that pops in my mind. That's what I remember. That didn't do too well. And that system, was a bit expensive, and it did horrible. It got very bad reviews. I understand that Nintendo was around a bit before I was born, but not too much. But I can name, 30 to 60 games that were actually good games for Nintendo that would have made it a hit. Then after that, you had the Sega re-release with, I think it had, what, 30 games on there, I do believe. That did so horrible. And again, I still have my original Sega. I still have the games for the Sega that I own packed away. So for 30 games for the Sega, I can name 30 Sega games that were actually great games that would have made that console a hit. But it didn't. That console did so bad. Really bad. To the point where it's like $40 at Walgreens. That's how bad that console did, man. That sucked. Then you had the PS1 re-release classic with 20 games on there. That did really fucking horrible. Sorry for the language, but it was so bad. Like, the 20 games you picked, no. I could name 20 PS1 games that would have been great to put on that console, and it would have did well. So the licensed consoles that I named, they did too damn horrible. Really damn horrible. But you mean to tell me a console that is unlicensed, that is a knockoff of the PS4 design by a foreign country, by foreigners, did it way better? Again, did it way better than the ones that were licensed? See, these ones have 600 games. All 600 are heavy hitters. But the ones that were licensed, flop. To the point, if you go to Target, right, and you'll see that PS1 on clearance racks for like almost $25. That should say something. That's really bad. Now, with that part being said, I want to go into some other things. You know, again, if you're an American and you do purchase this, you can't change the text. I don't know if I already went through that again, but I'm going to bring it back up. Again, you can't change the text. It's a foreign console. It's programmed like that because the games that were programmed into the console that came from Japan. Okay, so they're going to have the Japan versions. So keep that in mind. Now, for the American price for this, and I wanted to be the first American to do the datafrog video console. So if you're an American and you stumble upon this video, you know, you'll of course you're going to be able to understand the language, because if you look up any other videos about this, it's going to be all in a foreign language. I looked, couldn't find one in English, so this will be considered the first English one. Now, with that being said, for the price of this for America, and I got mine's on eBay, $71. That's not bad. Yes, it's a bit pricey, but it's not bad either, because you save money. And if you're a parent and, I understand that you're going to want the best for your kid, and sometimes you may not be able to afford the console that they want or the games that come out for the updated, consoles. So, I do recommend the datafrog for parents. It comes with 600 games. I understand a lot of them, are a bit older games. I get that. But, your child probably will like it. And they'll probably be able to use the console way more better than I do, because I don't even know how to go back to the main menu screen on this thing to select another game. And for me to do that, I got to shut it off, then shut it back on, or turn it back on. And I know that if you get a good big size SD card, and you can put games on those, and you can load and download other games on this console from, again, another SD card. So, if somebody wanted to, yeah, they could take a lot of the new updated games, put them on a big SD card that holds a lot, and put them on this console. So, you can do that way. But at the same time, it'll help you save money, so you can get your child that game that they wanted for that updated console. So, again, it does good with saving money as well.
and holding people over for a good while if you're saving money to get a game that you want for an updated console. So I do recommend the Frog Data to anybody. And it's, again, only $71 for American, and that's not bad. If anything, that's a good, decent price. And for the people that did make this, actually, let me kind of, before I get into that, those that are wondering, can you do capture play? As you guys seen, yes, you can. You don't have to go to any settings on this console. You just plug up your capture device to this, like you would plug it up to any other console that you use. Hit that record button. There you go. You're good to go. That's what I did. So now, to the people that did make this console, if you guys see this video, this was really great. You guys did this more better for, again, for an unlicensed console. You guys did this more better, way better than the consoles that were licensed that did the same thing and flopped. And this been getting good reviews from a lot of people that I seen, read online as well. So you guys did a good job when you guys made this. And if you guys choose to do a third one, I say a third one because those that don't know, there's another one that I think the same people made, and it's it looks like an Xbox One, but it's not. And it has 800 preloaded games on there, and one of the rumors is that it has some PS1 games on it. Now, once I'm done with certain things that I'm doing, and once I come into a bit of extra money, I'll consider purchasing it and look into that. But until then, I'm going to be enjoying this. And going back to what I was going to say, to the people that made this, I hope you guys make a third one. And when I speak for all of us gamers, I think the third one that needs to be is a lot of good PS2 games and Xbox 360 games preloaded, and that would be perfect and fine, and even for a good price, just like this one. And we would buy it, I would buy it. So with that being said, to anybody wondering, hey, should I buy the datafrog? Yes, you should. This is a great console to buy. I recommend it. You will not be disappointed. I'm not. And, this console can be used for passing the time. If you ain't got nothing else to do, or even if you don't sit and feel like waiting for that game you bought to properly load up and download onto, your PS4, Xbox One, right? Or hell, let's say if a new game comes out again, man, I can't afford it right now. I'm gonna put away some money, but until then, I'm gonna play this. So yes, I do recommend this highly. I'm out, and I love this console, man.